Hi guys, very good evening to all. Today's topic is NumPy. So, NumPy, the package library that built on top of C language, are people who coming from the like IT background, the programming background, and if they have idea of C, so in C we use array, and normally list or array would be contain same data type. Example you can see about it. If you have list has list of integer value, so all value would be numbers, or if you see about decimal value, so all value would be like decimal. In Python you see in list you can do like list number, both all kind of combinations. So actually actually motto so actually my motto is telling to you so this thing about why, because we have already list, tuple, dictionary in the Python. Then why again one more list type NumPy coming here? So I'm telling you, the Python is a very heavy language, very heavy on the compiler side. Okay. In short, you can say like easy to program, but is heavy on system, or like that would be slow in speed. So, so when we come to data science and we have large data, so we have something to do faster calculation. So that's why sometimes some scientists made a NumPy integrated in Python. So technically NumPy is the array which are part of C language, and C is most faster than like any other language right now till up to till date, because C language can directly interact with memory, CPU, and assembly. Okay, so 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 he so he, so here we are talking about NumPy. So what is NumPy? What is history and everything? Like very good described in our course. So I'm not like so much taking time too much about what is NumPy, why so fast. All explained, everything would be there in our course. Yes, we go to directly like the exercise of the NumPy. How we can import the NumPy, and NumPy would be like this: import NumPy as a NumPy package. All array, or you can create NumPy from the array, from the list, from the tuple. So you have to, for that you have to use np array and then your list, or so you can create like this also. This is a Python list, pass into NumPy array, same with tuple, and when you do this, you can see. So this array from the scratch array, so that array you can get from the list, from tuple, from array. Ultimately, answer would be a NumPy array, whatever see see here see here you can see this. So it is a tuple. Okay. So when we convert a tuple into the NumPy array, so that would not like any more tuple now. No, that would be a NumPy array. So here I create a NumPy array first from the tuple. Over here.
Over here.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so do you want to ask something, Mukesh?
No,
Okay then.
I just joined.
Okay. Okay. Fine. No problem. We just start now. Okay. So first I create the like NumPy array from the tuple, and now I append one value in that tuple. Okay, and you can see the value is added over there, the 45. That means you can see about that कि NumPy like we can create you can see you can set NumPy array from anywhere, like anything, list, tuple, anything. So it will create a separate copy of its memory. Now the best thing I'm telling about NumPy, like normally like NumPy, why faster than list or Python list, Python dictionary, why it faster? Generally generally people asking question in your interview कि why it faster. So you can say it made with C and all and all. That would be not like answer, technical answer what he want, what interviewer want. The main thing is the, so you can say memory. What happened in memory? We add, we create. So let's create a memory object of list. Just it is so. So what I told you right now here, that would be only example. That's not exact values for that. That would be example. So the mem register. So mem register R1 save like a value of some 45. Okay, the list. So we're talking Python py list. Okay. So first value is to Python we can say about 34, 55, 66. Let three value over there. So how this stored in memory? The register one save 34 and the register 334 save 55 and register 32 save 66. Okay, these are they stored in memory. So you can see the gap of registers. First is R1 place and third one after 3000 place and after 23,000 place. So you can see what all data which you store in list that would scatter in, so that is scattered in your entire hard disk. So okay, and if you're talking about Python array or NumPy array, NPA, you store 3, 5, 7, 7. So how it store? It store R2, 3, R3, 5, R4, 7, 7. Like all it in sequence, like one to incremental sequence. It's not possible that you say R2 and R5. It also not happen in the NumPy array. That all would be in the same object, the same memory object. That why to access this array and all calculation would be faster than the scatter way of like this. Okay, second thing would be also there कि NumPy array store only homogeneous values. Yeah, you can see about that homogeneous, मतलब same data type. You can't mix data type over here. Means if your array would be int, all value would be int. If your value would be float, all value would be float, like that. So that would be like taking like very like to understand about. So the compiler know everything about that, the data, the memory space, the register address, and everything. So compiler knows the things. So data processing is faster than the Python list. That's why we require NumPy array for the large data set or large processing power. That's why NumPy faster than the Python list. Okay, so whatever you see this right now, this would be a 1D array. Like as you know about array would be the type of arrays. Just make it marked down. Type of NP array. It would be as one dimension array, 2D array, or 3D array, and multi-dimension array. Whatever up to n you can say about that ND array. That is also possible in the NumPy array. Okay, but like in our course or in data science, what we are deal with that not a 1D array, and see the main work we have to like implement over everything on the like minimum like limited 2D array. So we have to focus or more focus in a 2D array like this. I just import NumPy array. Okay, so here we create a 2D array. First object NumPy array, and here you can see the one main array and then sub arrays, or you can see that like this. This would be R1 row 1, row 2, row 3. This is a column 1, sorry, column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, and like row 0, row 1, row 3. It would be same. In or so the people coming from the math background, we consider this matrices. You can easily say this is a matrices. All operation what we can do matrices, or it's a NumPy 2D array called matrices. All matrix operation you want to should do all done here. Okay, so here or here the memory addressing, like in 1D array it would be same, like first value would be 0th position, second then first, then second, like this. But in NumPy array there would be a like address and indexes. Index would be a bit different part. Index would be which element. So they're talking element, like it start, you can say it start from first, second, third, like that. That are indexes, and these are addresses. So please don't get confused in indexes and addresses. So here if you're talking on this element, the index would be 1, 2, and 1, 2. 2, so 2 by 2, like I equals to 2 and j equals to 2. So that is index. But if you talk about address would be I equals to 1 and j equals to 1. It's a memory address. Like array addressing, you know, array addressing same, or it would be indexing. So there's so over there it would be a bit so you can say that that would be a bit tricky. Okay, now I show you some math operation in NP array. I guess everybody have done their math operation in Python list. Like if we do this thing in Python list, what happened? We got data 10 times, right? Here it would say it would difference. What's wrong with that? Just give me. I just, yeah. Look at here. So random. This is a this is one of like function from which I can create a random number of array. So to avoid the confusion, first we do this thing. So I create an array with 2, 3. So say 2 rows and 3 column indexes. In the so in the case of matrix, we're talking about rows and columns. In short, indexes, not addresses. Like array, we start from 0. Here, so here all elements start from 0. This is 0, 1, 2. Okay, but we're using here ranks or indexes. So that way, first element, second element, third element. First element, second, third element. So we are talking this. So first I created a random array. So with random number, right? And then I do multiply that array with 10. Now what happened? It would be like you can say what the beauty of Python, the beauty of NumPy. Your 2D array, so this 10 go with each element and multiply with that and give you output without any loop and anything. Same thing if you want to do in Python list, what you can do that like list multiplication. Okay, what you can do, first you have to make a for loop, okay, for list whatever, okay. then you can do the a like new array, okay, and then new array into I, and then append and whatever. You have to do this kind of thing to do this thing. And if you have a so that all so that only one dimension, if you want to two dimension, you make one more loop for j, and three dimension one more loop for k. So so in Python it would be quite complicated, slower, like, or here in NumPy but always automatically. If you did so what happened, that traverse entire array, and from each element of each element of that array, like multiply with 10. So you can see 31 10, 24 10, 10. That is the easy and faster process to multiply. So you can say about whatever you can do in a like matrix operation, everything can done easily in NumPy. And when you talk so when you talk about 2D array, that would be like all, so obey all the rule of matrices, in short. Now I say third one, data plus data. Here I add, here I have to add like two matrices. You can see it add itself and got the data. Same as you can do like multiplication, exponential, transpose, all kind of operation. So you want to do with your array or with your matrix, you can do over here simply. If look, let example, if I want to transpose, I just want print one blank line, okay, and I say transpose, print data, dot capital T. It means your row become column and your column become row. That's called transpose. Here the transpose is that easy. Same thing if you want to do in a Python list, it would be a like two loop there and then one loop for printing again, and quite complex and much complex and much slower than like when it is the new dimension in that, it would be more complex in that. So that's why we're using NumPy for use a mathematical detailed task. Up to here, anyone have any question, any doubts, any query? All good, guys. Chat. I can't see chat. Okay. Okay. All so no query, no question. I guess so. I guess everybody is good to go right now. So I'll move further, right? Okay. Here we are looking at some important operation of NumPy. One is NP arrange. I guess who is this? Mr. Matthews, can you please mute yourself and stop your cam?
Okay.
Yeah, it would appreciate it. Mr. Matthews, can you turn off your
Yes.
cam and mute yourself, please?
Okay.
So, Mr. Srish, can you help him, please? Make him mute, please. Thank you. Okay. So now we go for important. Yeah, the first function np arrange. Arrange means so it would be a range like from first I make comment. It's a, so if I say np arrange 3, that means you can consider range 0 to 3. It would be same like that. This called NP arrange. Like so, why we arrange over there? That would be a faster way to create a NumPy array. If you want incremental basis or any kind of range, here you can give any range, whatever you want. Number of odd array, number of even array, what like all operation you can all operation you have did earlier in the Python list, all you can apply over here and you create list like that. So I create this 3 and you can find the create list with integer. Okay, here you can check your the integer data type. Int array d type is integer 32. Okay, now because I create the array from the integer value, so by default it should create an integer array. Okay, second thing, if I'm going to create the same thing with the so with floating value or a decimal value, it create automatically the same array, but all value would be decimal and data type would be float, right? If I give him a range like range, so range is 3 to 7. What happened? It go to 3, 4, 5, 6. So from lower to 1 minus upper range, as you know about list and range, and that all are the integer value. That's why data type would be integer over here. Okay, and if you want some slicing of the array, it would start from the 3 and on 20 and incremental by 2. So what happened? 3, 5, 7, 19 up to 19, because we are talking about up to this one, and that would be integer, right? If you make it floating value 3.0, simple that array would be changed in a float, or so in that so I'm telling in entire lecture I'm not talking about string or the text value, because while we operation in NumPy, we convert our all data into the numbers, and especially NumPy made for the all the numerical operations, but support text and string also. But in future and in our data science project we have to convert our all string value as much as possible in numbers, because number is faster, easy to handle, or NumPy support that very well than the strings. So that's why I'm taking all the thing in the form of numbers only. So very less talk about the strings over here, because the list and the NumPy, as the name NumPy is a numerical Python. We're talking about numbers, mostly numbers, right? Here you can say the one function is shape. As you know, the shape function you know very well. D type you also know about very well. Shape is 2, 3. So I'm talking about data. So this is my data array 2 by 3, right? You get size of shape is 2 by 3 and the floating, all float values, right? Now the most important, most tricky concept is multi-dimension, and almost we have to work minimum like 2D matrices, 2D arrays over the NumPy minimum. So we have to command over this kind of this concept. First I create like one array that would be a 2D array, the row and columns. Okay, so first clean comment everything and print that array. So that how I create one row, two row. So 0th row, first index, number 2 index. Index is 2, address is 1, but we're talking about first row, second row, because here so here everything we're talking about in index. That's why you can see about rank of the matrix, also the same thing. Okay, now we need to find the dimension of the array. Here the function of ndim. What is what dimension of your array? You can see dimension is 2. That would be like it would be or some, because like normal cases, like when you when talking image processing or some kind of other some kind of, so we're talking so we're talking any gaming format. So we got so in that case, so we got a multi-dimension array, 4D, 5D. Sometimes we got 4D, 5D array. To process that array, we need to check out what dimension of that array. So, so according that array, we have to define what method, what algorithm we have to use it. So that's why it's important, because like it would you can say it would be a simple array that we know is a 2D array. But when we have a like 50, 200, 500 columns in that, then we can't identify how much is that. That's why using endim. So this is your array name. This is your array. So this numpy array. Here, observe one thing. First, I create Python list. Put comment over there. Python list, and then convert into numpy array. Right here, I convert to numpy array. If I so if I want to create numpy array, I can go directly numpy arrange and create my numpy array also. But here first I create Python list and then I can make a numpy array. Okay, now we go to shape. What is the shape of that array? Shape is 2 row 5 columns. 2 row and 5 columns. See, look at here. This is index. This is not address. This is index. 2 row 5 column. Yani 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're talking about shape. Here, see, shape of the 0th row. 0 shape is 2. Or same as we're talking about shape is first. That would also 5. So you can say the 0th means you can, in short I'm telling len of row. Okay, you don't know, technically not working like that, but for to understanding what we're gonna do in normal, same like that, len of false. Okay, so you can so anytime you can slice your numpy array and check the things. It's a row, it's a column, and row would be a 0th value and column would be the first value over there. So this and this 2 and this 5. Now the count of total element in array. Count total array element. That was size. Now don't confuse. Size means total number of element containing by that array. Total number, the 10 element, and shape would be the size. So here a little bit confusion about the shape and size. Shape would be this and size would be the total count of element. Do you remember or understand? Size means total count of in array. Okay. And second is data type. Last is data type. This is integer. Okay. So that is important function you have to use in your all kind of to understand data, to understand data process. One special word might be people know about that, EDA. Exploratory data analysis. Okay. So all these things we have to use in the EDA process. What is the EDA? I'm telling you what is EDA. EDA is a process to understand the data So what people give you, what you can do. So actually my motor tell to you that this small function is very important when we understand the data. To understand unknown data, you have to know about all this function and first try that function always. To understand what is data, what's row, what's column, what thing in that. Okay. Now like some more examples. If you want to create an array of zeros, we have already some you can say library functions. Functions. Okay. Array of, so if you want to create array of 10 zeros here, it would be a 1D array. Okay. And whenever you're using any predefined function or library function and numpy, you get data type by default float or decimal value. Numpy built-in function. That's important. Okay, numpy dealing always in float value. Numpy. So default is float 64. So always keep the thing in mind. Now we use another. See, I say the 3 4. That would typo. I say 3 4. Okay. Float, but 1, 2, 3, and 4 columns. So don't be confused like list. If you say 4, that means it create 4 minus 1. Here, whatever you say, it create equal to that one. Now we create array of 2 cross 2 cross 3. That would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And 2 arrays. It would be an example of 3D array. Okay. How we can create like x, y, and z. You can dimensions. You can say about that. So here I explain you this array. First row. Like this. And then this one here. Like this. You can say about that x value, x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. Like this. So 1 plane, 2 plane, 3 plane. So same we get so same we get in a Python like this. It would be okay. Okay, and now create about ones. Same as zeros, we have same as zero. We we have function of ones also. Put it there. One array, 10. ठीक है. Second out. First 2D typo. Okay, and then one 3D, and one was identity matrix. So this special kind of matrix where the in that my diagonal value would be 1 and all value would be 0. You can create directly from the identity matrix also. Okay, then we have reshape. So that is also a very good function in NumPy. First I will create, I'm telling you, first whatever I can do, I can create an array with 15 elements, right? Okay. Now I want to create some. So I reshape it in this array. See, it convert your 1D array into like 2D multi-D array. But the rule is over there. You have to keep the, you can say into x into y equals to the size of 1D array. Like if you're talking about 3 into 5 equals to 15. It happened. If I say 17, what happened? I got error. We cannot reach at that size. So in that case, they need exact calculation of that answer. If I say 21 and 37, it create you. It is shape, and we have a like couple of question in our exam. Exam can reshape the array. We can reshape it. Right? So it is very easy. You have to focus on this thing and this thing. You should be obey this rule. That's it. Okay. Now now I show you the matrix scalar rules, like matrix multiplication, addition, whatever. So this is actual thing which we will going to in our like real life exam or real life practice with data practice in future. First I create an array. This one array, so I can change it. It was easy to understand you all of guys. 15 data. Now this one is there. Same array I'm calling here. Now multiply two matrices. Matrix 1 into matrix 2. Okay, and here's the answer in a one line. Now I know about the people coming from the math background or programming background, or someone do engineering. So in our main exam, the question matrix multiplication, and we written like 40 to 50 line code to do this only process. And some people cannot do this also. The question in Python, here's only answer with one line, but in NumPy, not Python list or Python dictionary. Right, guys? Be with me. Please reply in chat if you have any question. Please reply me in chat, please. Okay. So that is that easy. It automatically traverse row and column and multiply that and give you answer just with one line. Or you can do like that. Like A, B, C. You can do like anyhow. Whatever you want. Second one is okay. Now in that case, what happened? You have same row, same column. You can say about the same rank of matrix. Here what do we have? The same matrix, this one into 3. Now what happens? See, it's also magic. Each element multiply by 3 without any for loop, any traversal, anything else. Just we got answer, and it much faster, almost 23 times faster than the Python list or for loop or everything. You got your answer. Right? Same as if you want to add one matrix, one matrix in two matrix, or like one 2D array, one 2D array, 1D array and 2D array, whatever. You can do like add. So here in each element, each are traverse with each other, and then you can go sum it. Like so technically in Python list, what we're gonna do? We use two loops I and j, and then for each I we traverse for j, and then sum, and then create each value, and then do this. In NumPy, it's just a single line, not more than single line, the few words. Same as subtraction. We can do subtraction. So I say it would be 0 because same minus same, it would be 0. Or you can do one more thing, subtract 4 from each. What happened? See, 0 minus 4 minus 4, 1 minus 4 minus 3, 0, and C. That would be. That means that NumPy traverse each element of array with respect row and columns and get you the result. In that we don't need to do for range and plus whatever, it would be damn easy in NumPy. Or this is exponential function, square. Do square. That's simple. 0 square 0, 1 square 1, 2 4 3 9 16 square. So all kind of, you can say about all kind of arithmetic operation. All maths operation can done in NumPy, but rule would be matrix. Apply all matrix rules apply. You can't say like that ki you into 2 and like in a 2 times over there. And especially again I tell you, especially NumPy made for the numerical datas. Especially for integer, or you can say about numbers, not for string or text. Not recommended. Why I'm telling you, and in future after pandas I'm telling you ki we would convert all data into numbers and then do our all process over there. So that's why make your habit working with numbers only, not text and strings, please. Okay, the main data type of NumPy is straightforward: 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, or 64-bit. Say unsigned. The people coming from a technical background or engineering or like so they know int and unsigned int, uint. I'm telling you what happened. When you put int, that means your half value coming from the like negative side, like negative, then 0, and then positive. Okay, but in unsigned int, all value must be 0 and positive. So you can't use uint data type for the numerical value. That would be 0, but not in minus. Same as float. Float a decimal value, and that would be like 16, 32-bit, 64, 128-bit, a very big high value there. Okay, and extended precision floating point. Why? Because you can see the float value over here. I'm telling you. See, that would be by default 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After decimal, 8 value would be there by default. So you can do less and more, but default would be this. That's called high precision. Up to 8 digit. It would be by default. So that's why I say extended precision floating point. And minimum starting was 16 byte, 32 byte, 64 byte. Sorry, bit. Python like NumPy also support the complex numbers. You know, iota or eigenvalue, eigenvector. NumPy also support that thing. I'm sorry, I can't explain the guy who are not math in a 12th standard or 11th standard. the complex numbers, because we have an entire book of on that. But you can say about the complex number. Complex number what happen? Like one value is imaginary value. You can say iota. So iota, I. You can say it would imaginary value. Some value that would imaginary, a very less, but we can like multiply with that value. It become, so it become positive value, some kind of thing. So that's a complex. So we can, so Python NumPy support complex value also, Boolean value, object, string, and Unicode. You know Unicode. Right now working with Unicode. So many Unicode text also. Unicode is a special format to write a text or symbols. So it support Unicode also. So NumPy have NumPy is separate data type for Unicode also. And please mind it. Here one underscore also required. Like if you use the data type, you have to use in and one underscore also this, right? It would be intentionally over there. Here's syntax. Like first I'm telling you, str float. So first we gotta do this thing. We have one NumPy array, 3, 6, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, we got one array. Now what I do? I change the type of NumPy array. See, I say array as type. As type is a function which can convert your array data type, right? As type. Same you can use also in your like list. So you can say you can use your Python list also, but you cannot use NP over there. Only int, because this NP array. That's why so NP data type. So I have to use NP for the data type. So print array as type NP dot integer. So my same array converted into integer values. And if I said it convert to NP string, then what happen? Look at here. Value would be same because it's a numerical value, but now the value come in the quotes and B for bytes. So he say so that is standard format written Python. In string in array out, you can see standard output. So there's a standard output. Byte start from here and end from here. So now it come in quotes. Quote means this value is not string. You can't do any kind of. You can say what mathematical operation. You can't do that on this array. This is string value now. So this how we can convert our NumPy array from one data type to another data type. Just simple, one function and one word. That's it. No need to iterate every value and do that. Now, bit tricky and one of the important parts, slicing and indexing. So guys, can you continue from 1 hour or like the class would be 1 hour? Shirish, can you confirm me about this? So what the time of class actually? How long we can do this? Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, so this is indexing. So first NumPy arrange and I arrange one array. Now I want to pull fifth element. It all thing you know, but here one in NumPy here one trick, or you can say tricky. I say fifth. That means fifth position, not in Python list. When I put here fifth, we got sixth element of array. But here in NumPy array, we got fifth element. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Index would be fifth. We can go there. Not position from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So technically, we got sixth element. We got sixth element, I guess. It might be confusion for me also. I'm sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but that would be sixth element. Okay, and I'm checking what good index, because I do also trick over there. Second thing, if you do array 10, what happened in array 10? You got an error because here is not 10th index over there. Let's talk about, so I put comment for me. Okay, now slice the array. Okay, wait. Okay, 5 to 8, 5, 6, 7. This was, so that's same as a list. Now is special assignment. If I want to assign a value of 4th, 5th, and 6th element equal to 12. Look at here. Now see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 6th element would be value of 12, value of 15. I can directly assign like this. No need to do loops, traverse, and then do. So it's faster, easier. So that's why I'm telling you ki if you want to do this thing faster, you have to remember all NumPy functions. And the best thing is if you want to do some kind of operation in your Python, you convert the data into NumPy array, process it, and then convert it into list again. Is that simple? With one function you can get answer. Same you can do about with 2D array. This is your 1D array. Okay, now print 0th and 3rd, 0 row and 3rd. Why not reshape? Okay, why not reshaped? Okay, I'm talking about 0th row. That's why. For you print array. So here we create that array with this, and now we're talking about operation only on this. So you can first row, the 0th row, we got this. This is the element 0, 3, 0th row and 3rd element. Okay, 3rd element, or we can write this thing also like here, this also, and then if you want to print, this thing like only even value, only odd value, you can do like this. This thing remove 0th index in first row. From this we have a questions in our like grade exam or somewhere. They found the questions. So I can remove some element from that array. That would be row, column. So from 0 to 2 and after 1 to end, we got this array from this array. Right? Row and columns. Check it out. So this is special case. This kind of question I found in our graded exam, I guess. That's why I mentioned this question over here. You can print subsets. See, first row and last two columns, last two. Then second is so only element and only row. I'm telling you, not this is only row. Okay. Only element and only column. And you know these things because we have already done everything in our like Python list things, slicing and subsetting over there. Same thing. And this is array transpose. As I told you about transpose. Row become column, column become row, like this. So first we have this array, and the size of the shape is this. We transpose it in this, shape become change, row and column. Okay. Now this is the maxima and minima in the array. We have one list and two numpy list. Which one is you can see, you can you can say about bigger or maximum value. It return entire list. In that list 1 to 6 value, see a 1 to 16 value. So this is bigger list. I check which one is bigger list or value is bigger actually. Value. Run whole array. Okay. So when I talking about array, that would be by default numpy array. Okay. One more function is zip. Here we can zip two array like x and y coordinates. Now look at here. First, I see. So I'm concerned about print a print space print p look at print. Okay. Array A is this, array B is this, and zip both array A and B. Here you can see zip that array. That's called zip. And same thing in lambda format. You can use in lambda and you use zip like this. This zip, so zip is a standard function. So zip is a function of the numpy, so which can like merge two array in one location. We are almost going to end, so please bear with me. We just wrap up within next 15 minutes. Okay. So the math functions, mean would be the average, like total. Okay, average, about average. If you want to find out an average of 1D array, 2D array, multi-dimension array, just we need to do the array name and mean, call it like this. You got average, same as sum. You can see that this average of this array would be this, sum of this array would be this. It would be that easy. A part of mean, you can use median, mod, and lots of many functions over there. In NumPy, you can use all the functions, just single. So I give one trick. If you want like one list would be like some function about whatever. You want to make if you want to make average of it, you want to take average, so you can do for loop and then do all the process. Best way is convert into like list into numpy array, np list. So I just give an example only, okay? And you can do mean also over here. That's it. And convert into list or whatever you want, or as it is, it would be like that would be your answer. You no need to do loops and then calculation anything. You can use your NumPy in a daily life also. So to make your life very easier and faster in Python. Use this function only, you can get average. Okay. Here axis would be labeled 0, 1, 2. So they got dimensions. Axis about x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So we can manage that term, that 0, 1 or like that. Same as addressing. So first you print entire array. Axis Zero means, so you can say zeroth row, first row, like this, and same. Oh, this is the mean. Oh, sorry, my mistake. So we take a mean of that row. That's a mean. Average value of that. Entire row's average value. This average value is this. This average value is this. This average value is this. Okay. Same sum. Sum of this 2, 3, 5, 9. First we add this one. This is sum. This is sum of this array. Okay. I say column 1, 7, 11. What's wrong with that? When they look up in this, it's would be 0. 0th row. 12. I need to looking with that also. Just I'm confused it over there. I'm sorry guys, I can't explain this right now because what happened in that I'm totally blank right now. How it so I do calculation in that key with this or this, but it's somehow axis 0. Axis 0 would be there. Axis 1 would be there, and the answer would each column it have answer. Let it be. I'll do it after that. Okay, and okay, now unique. You have array, string array, but that would so that case is very limited case, and we like with NumPy we can do only unique thing. Key you can say how many values variable over there in the list, unique variable. To this thing, be there like this. Okay, and this is image the slicing of data expression. This would be shape 2 by 2 and give you this one. Oh, sorry, this one. This is 2, 3. When you check this out, so that's an image, entire image. Or that would be so that will answer of some of our questions. So you can check it out. Like you say greater than m and so I put answer of some questions over there which which I feel bit trickier. So I made answers over there. So thank you so much guys. It's up to the session. That is, how is it? Can you please explain me or anything? Please comment on this. Ki in future, what you will expect from me and what I missed. Tell me to in next session I'll improve that. Guys, it done from my side. Sirish, thank you so much to bear with me. Okay guys, good night. Thank you all. Bye.